Now the second structures after the nasopharyngeal tonsil, it is the nasopharyngeal bursa. This second is nasopharyngeal bursa. That is also known as the pouch of Luschka. What is the nasopharyngeal bursa? In this diagram, this is the tonsil, pharyngeal tonsils. From the apex of the tonsil, there is a diverticulum of the mucosa into the tonsil. This diverticulum that is goes inside the tonsil and divide the tonsil into the two parts. And this diverticulum of the mucosa, it is the nasopharyngeal bursa. It extends from the apex of the nasopharyngeal tonsil towards the junction of the roof and the posterior wall. This nasopharyngeal bursa embryologically represents the junction of the union of the notochord with the dorsal wall of the primitive pharynx. Dorsal wall of primitive early stage of the pharynx. Notochord fuse with the dorsal wall of the primitive pharynx. And this junction is represented as the nasopharyngeal bursa. In this diagram, if you magnify, it is a tonsil and this diverticulum of the mucosa. It is the nasopharyngeal bursa. Sometimes this bursa is changed into the cyst when its mouth is closed and it is enlarged. It is the form of the cyst, or it may get infected and continuously discharge. This mucous membrane lining the nasopharyngeal bursa has the mucous gland. So, pharyngeal tonsils, nasopharyngeal bursa. Now the third, it is the rat face pouch. Rat face pouch, it is a diverticulum from the roof of the stomodium. Stomodium, it is the primitive mouth. These are the embryological terms. And this rat face pouch, if you remember, it forms the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland. Anterior lobe of the pituitary gland is formed by this pouch. So there is a small dimple is present in the mucous membrane of the nasopharynx, and it is situated above the pharyngeal tonsils. It is present, it is the tonsils, this dimple, it is the represents the position of the rat face pouch. A small dimple of the mucous membrane present above this pharyngeal tonsils represents the junction of the rat face pouch. And if some tissue remains here of the rat face pouch, this leads to a benign tumor, that is the craniopharyngioma. It is the site. This dimple, this rat face pouch is the site of the tumor, that is the craniopharyngioma. So, these three structures, it is the rat face pouch. We see these structures pharyngeal tonsils, nasopharyngeal bursa or pouch of Laska, and the Rathke's pouch. They are present at the junction of the roof and the posterior wall of the nasopharynx. Now some structures are present in the lateral wall of the nasopharynx. The structures 4. Before going the fourth structure, we see this is the lateral wall of the nose. In the lateral wall of the nose, there are 3 concha: superior, middle, and the inferior concha. They are the concha. This is the superior, middle concha, and this is the larger inferior nasal concha. Between these concha, it is the meatus. Superior, middle, and the inferior meatus are present. This is the feature of the lateral wall of the nose. We will discuss later on. Now, there is an opening in the lateral wall of the nasopharynx, and this is the pharyngeal opening. Of auditive tube or eustachian tube. That is known as the tubal opening. Tubal opening. The structure number 4. This is the tubal opening. There is an opening. This opening is situated about 1.25 centimeter behind the posterior end of the inferior nasal concha. But the posterior end of the inferior nasal concha, 1.25 centimeter behind, half inch behind, there is an opening. This opening is the tubal opening. And this is the pharyngeal opening of the auditory tube. We know one opening is present in the anterior wall of the middle ear, while the second opening, it is the lateral wall of the nasopharynx. So this auditive tube connects this nasopharynx with the middle ear, and it allows the air flow from this nasopharynx to the middle ear cavity, so that equalize the air pressure outside and inside the tympanic membrane. So this opening, it is the important landmark on the lateral wall of this nasopharynx, and it is always behind the posterior end of the inferior nasal concha. This is the tubal opening. Now, the structure 5th, this one. This is the tubal opening. Now posterior to the tubal opening, this one. There is a bulging. There is a bulging. And this is known as the tubal elevation. Tubal elevation, or it is torus tuberis. Torus tuberis are the tubal elevations. It is situated posterior-superior. Posterior to this tubal opening, and this bulging elevation is due to the cartilaginous part of the auditory tube. Cartilaginous part of the auditory tube. And this bulging posteriorly, it is the torus tuberis or tubal elevations. Now, this is the another site where the lymphoids are collected underneath the mucous membrane of nasopharynx, posterior superior to this opening, where the bulging is present. There is a collection of the lymphoid tissue underneath the mucous membrane, and this forms the tonsil that is known as the tubal tonsil. Tubal tonsil. So, in the nasopharynx, we have seen there are two tonsils. This is the pharyngeal tonsils, which is situated at the junction of the roof and the floor. That is known as the pharyngeal tonsils, that forms the adenoids. And this is the tonsils situated above the tubal opening. That is the opening of the auditory tube at the bulging, that is situated posterior superiorly. On this bulging, this lymphoid tissue collected underneath the mucous membrane, and this is known as the tubal tonsil. Tubal tonsil. When, due to the infection, this tubal tonsil enlarged. When it enlarged, it blocked the eustachian tube or the auditory tube. If it enlarges, it will block the pharyngeal opening of this auditory tube. So, this fifth layer, it is the torus tubalis and it is the tubal tonsil, situated posterior superior to the tubal opening or opening of the auditory tube.